friends, welcome. Give a second for folks to get connected here. One of my very favorite topics, and this comes up with almost all my clients at some point, and it's actually come up over the weekend. I've been thinking about it because I'm launching a new group for business people who run service businesses, like consultants and coaches and like attorneys and like anybody that sells their service, not like a commodity and not like a storefront and not those sorts of things. And it, there's a certain workflow that's required in those businesses, and discipline comes up a lot. And it's funny because I used to push back on discipline a lot. And I thought, and I see it the way a lot of people tend to see it sometimes, is that if I'm disciplined, it means I'm rigid and I have to do the same thing every day over and over. And by the way, I'm not the kind of person that can do the same thing over and over every day. That's why I've been an entrepreneur for a long time, and I love being a therapist and love being a coach, because it's some of the same stuff, but it's a new challenge, a new problem, a new something all the time. So I've had to really work around this myself a lot. And what I've come to understand is that the discipline, a couple things. One is that discipline has to have a flexibility to it, right? And there's not a rigidity. If you're being rigid, that's different than discipline. I mean, I guess discipline can have a rigidity to it, but the way that I teach it and the way that I work with it myself and the way that I help my clients work with it is to build some flexibility into the discipline, into the workflow. So and so the outcome is that discipline actually creates freedom, right? And to the point that discipline and freedom are the exact same thing. And I haven't found a way. Think about it this way. Let me finish that thought. I haven't found a way to, other than luck, right, to create freedom without having some discipline to work up to, or to create something, freedom that doesn't have discipline connected to it. For example, this is one like the best example is like, have you ever seen anybody? The question is, how do you create financial freedom? And the answer is by being financially disciplined. If you go out and spend willy-nilly and just spend money everywhere, and with no thought, no intentionality, no discipline, it's called broke, right? And if I want freedom with my body, I want freedom in my relationship, I want freedom in the world. I create discipline in those areas. And if I want freedom in my work, if I want to be free to create, I have to have some discipline there too. So I was just want to introduce this idea of discipline as a means to an end. Being disciplined for itself is just, I don't know, an interesting thing to do, maybe, sort of, or maybe useless, I don't know. But discipline as a tool to create freedom in your life and freedom in specific parts of your life is very, very valuable. So, yeah, I mean, if you would like more discipline in your life, send me a direct message, send me an instant message, and we'll talk about what that looks like. Maybe I can help. So anyway, I'll continue doing these lives and see if I can be of service.